This is a response to Brett Hicks, who recorded a video on the Wii U. And so I thought I would give my 2 cents or give my experience of the Wii U. Now, I've owned the Wii U for about 2 years now, and he does have a point regarding the controller. It does make a lot of noise if you compare it to an Xbox 360 controller, which is almost silent. The controller is oversized. I mean, it's not bad, but then that would be like someone who has a crap car saying it's not bad because they don't really want to justify, or they don't want to accept the fact that it's shit. So rather than saying, yeah, my car's crap, they would rather say, well, you know, it's not too bad. Now, with the Wii U, when I bought it, I actually installed a 1 terabyte hard drive on it, because then I could install some games, which I'll show you in a minute, and etc., etc. But for the last 2 years, I think I played it about maybe 5 times. And the reason being is because, for especially in the first year, because I'm one of the dumbasses who bought it really early, there wasn't anything that I wanted to play. And as graphically enhanced as it is, and I'm sure that if they use this controller properly, it probably would be beneficial, and it probably would give it an advantage over the Xbox 360/1 and the PlayStation 3/4. But I found that there was not a lot of games worth buying. Now, just like Brett, I tend to have more Wii games. The only thing is that I never actually bought a Nintendo Wii, so I didn't get to play a lot of games. So I'm just going to quickly show you my Wii collection to give you some idea. I mean, you got Resident Evil 4, Cooking Mama 2. I bought this for £2. Now, I actually played the original Sims for a day, and sitting there, I realised that The Sims is nothing more than Big Brother, but without some annoying twats giving a running commentary. And so after about 3 hours, I turned it off because I couldn't see the point of me being there. You know, I built the house and then watched these people. And after an hour, I'm thinking, what the hell is this? What am I doing? And so anyway, I bought Cooking Mother because, well, you know, £2, it could be fun. I bought Epic Mickey, which is probably good. Of course, I bought Xenoblade Chronicles. I bought Zelda Twilight Princess, which isn't a bad little game. And I also bought Skyward Sword, which isn't bad either. I bought The Last Story, which is nice. I bought Trauma Center, which is an interesting game and fun, especially if you like, you know, just killing people. Super Paper Mario, Mario Galaxy 2, Mario Galaxy. I'm not even a fan of Sonic, but you know, it was only £2, and it's okay. Yeah. I mean, Sonic hasn't been very good for a long time. Sin and Punishment. Now, this is quite a fun little game. It's like a on the rails shooter, and you've got this little cross in the which you aim at things as you know, you're running along. But that wasn't bad. Overlord. No More Heroes games 1 and 2. Mad World. Little King's Story, which is nice, silly but fun, and of course the House of the Dead, Overkill. Now let's get to the Wii U games, and I'll show you the games that I had for about a year, and it's only recently I bought some new games. It came with this Nintendo Land, and what this reminded me of was a demo for future games, because every single game, well, demo on this thing was a very, very, very short version of the full game. So you had on the back here, just reading them out, The Legend of Zelda Battle Quest, half an hour. Pikmin Adventure, half an hour. It's like, well, I've got a GameCube. Why don't I just... Everything on here is very short, and it's almost like what they're saying is, we're going to release all these games in the future, and just like a crack at it, it gives you a sample. Here's a sample of what you could be playing if we could be bothered to actually make them. Then I have got Sonic All-Stars Racing. This is quite fun. I mean, okay, it's Mario Kart, really, but it was quite fun. And unfortunately, I actually paid full price for this piece of shit. This game is so bad, and it's not just that you've got speech coming out of this. So you know I'm playing a game like and then suddenly a voice starts speaking for this. It's like, huh? And then another feature which irritated the hell out of me was when you attack someone, you had to press the L button and then the R button. You don't just have an attack button. You have to press it like so and then attack. Otherwise, nothing happens. So the first time I'm playing it, I'm pressing the attack button and nothing's happening, getting my butt handed to me. Thinking, what the hell's wrong with this place? So I paused the game and read the manual because, you know, like most people, you tend to read the manual when you get stuck. You don't know what you're doing, so that's what you do. And this year I bought Super Mario World, 3D World. I haven't played it yet because it's still in the wrapper. I'm sure it's probably okay. Smash Brothers. Now you wonder, why the hell did you buy Smash Brothers? The last time I bought Smash Brothers was on the GameCube 10 years ago. So it's not like I'm buying this every fucking system. And I don't mind Smash Brothers. It's not a bad little game. Then I bought Ninja Gaiden Razor's Edge. Well, I think it's Ninja Gaiden 3. Now, I never played it on the PlayStation or Xbox 360, so I thought, you know, it's only £4. That's how good the games are. If you get past the main selection of games, the prices in the UK drop dramatically. So games that, you know, in America might cost $30, I'm picking up for £4. And at £4, if it's shit, it doesn't matter. I bought Super Mario Brothers U. Now, when this system came, when I originally was going to buy this, it was £50 for the Wii U. And it was like, you know, fuck off. I'm never paying £50 for one game, especially one which is just another remake of Super Mario World, which came out 24 years ago. But at £15, brand new, still sealed, that's not too bad. Same with Mario Kart. The last Mario Kart I played was on the GameCube, and I've only ever bought 3 versions. I bought the Nintendo 64 one, the Super Nintendo one, didn't interest me, and the GameCube. So it's been 10 years, and at least it's got online features, so it might be fun. So it's not like I'm buying every game. But finally, I bought the Bayonetta collection. It's in a box set for some reason. And, you know, just like Brett, I'm slightly OCD. I like everything to be on the same system. Now, showing you the games, I've got twice as many Wii games than Wii U games. In fact, I've got more Wii games than GameCube games. And this is the point I'm going to come to. Nintendo has been treating third-party companies bad since the Nintendo 64. And in a way, it's their own fault because the PlayStation had CD, which is 700 megabytes a disc. Same with the Sega Saturn. And then Nintendo would turn around, it's like, fuck you, cartridges only, because the fans will happily pay £80 for Torok, right? No. The fans will quite happily put up with multiple cartridges, which costs hundreds and hundreds of pounds. No. So all the companies that back Nintendo to the hilt moved to Sony. You know, Final Fantasy VII, if that was on the GameCube, not the GameCube, the Nintendo 64, and it was CD based, think how many Nintendo 64s would have sold extra. Or imagine Metal Gear Solid on the Nintendo 64 CD based. So they all moved in droves. Now we move on to the GameCube. And the problem was, I mean, the GameCube graphically is just as good as any other systems. But one thing I noticed with, well, the Wii as well, but that was successful, with all four consoles after the Super Nintendo, they really were the Nintendo machines. So the Wii U might, I don't know, I mean, the Wii U is the result of 3 generations of just Nintendo games. And the problem, as you can see, I mean, all the games I've got, yes, they come out on machines before. Where are the new IPs? Why are you releasing the same thing over and over and over and over and over again? I mean, I haven't used my Nintendo Wii U for about 6 months because, you know, I've got games for it, but I've got more PlayStation 3 games than the GameCube, the Nintendo Wii, and the Wii U combined. I've got more PlayStation 2 games than all the last 2 generations combined. The thing is, how many times are you going to release the same shit before people start to get bored? I mean, look at The Hobbit. I can guarantee the Hobbit movies did not sell as well as Lord of the Rings because it's the same shit. Now, it's not just Nintendo that's the problem. I mean, on the Xbox One, it came with Assassin's Creed Unity and Black Flag, which I've yet to play because I got bored after spending 8 hours downloading both games. And the only game that I bought on it is this, Rayman Legends. That's right, I've got a game which is a 2D little platformy type game. I paid £10 for it. That's all I got on the Xbox One. And it gets even worse for the PlayStation 4 because, okay, Bloodborne is quite a fun little game. But this pissed me off. Final Fantasy HD doesn't come with anything. I had to print the fucking manual off so that I could read it. Now, you know, I'm sure people say, yeah, but you don't need the manual. It's not the point. It's an RPG. RPGs require some kind of manual because not all RPGs show you how the systems work. So, should you buy Wii U? No. There is nothing on it. But then I would say don't buy an Xbox One or PlayStation 4 either. I don't want to play remasters of the PlayStation 3 games or Xbox 360 games. I don't want to buy the same shit that I've already got. I mean, take the Devil May Cry 4 remix or whatever it's called. I'm sure it's going to be really good, but I put it on the PlayStation 3. And another one is that, was it Assassin's Creed? Oh, what the fuck it's called? I can't remember. Well, whatever the next one is. And there's like 5 different versions of the same game. And, you know, it starts off at $70 and works up to, £70, £60, and it works up to £140. Why? It's the same fucking game, just in a different place. They are releasing those too soon as well. So just as Nintendo are not really being creative, neither are the other companies. So I would have to agree with you. And with the Wi-Fi, that I found odd because all the other consoles have got Ethernet cables to the point where I've got the Wii U in the other room. I had to put a router in that room just for the Wii U because, as you say yourself, the further the signal goes, the weaker the signal is. And for some reason, pretty much every game these days has a patch. And the problem is, the further away something is, the lower the download rate. So what should take, for instance, in this room, because the bridge is just there, 20 minutes would take an hour, because it's spending most of the time trying its best to connect to the router, and it's having to send the same package over and over again because it has no idea what it's saying. It's almost like having a phone call with an old relative who, you know, their teeth has been replaced, so their speech isn't as clear. It's like, what did you say? So they have to repeat themselves. The same applies with the Wii-U and Wi-Fi. And personally, I hate Wi-Fi because it's completely illogical. Like I said, the router's there. I can use a tablet, and some days it's full. Other days it's non-existent, and I'm using it from the same place. So having Wi-Fi only is rather stupid, in my opinion. Would I suggest buying a Wii U? Not really, unless you are a huge Nintendo fan. I mean, I like Nintendo games, but fucking hell. With hindsight, would I have bought a Wii U? No, not really. Would I? You know, at least with the Xbox One and PlayStation 4, I'm guaranteed that there will be games for it that will come out that I will want to play. I mean, Final Fantasy 15 interests me, but I've already pre-ordered Xenoblade Chronicles X. Will I buy it when it's about £5, maybe? It's not something that I'm going to go out of my way. And I think people should treat the Wii U the same way. It's a second console. The Wii was a second console. The GameCube was a second console. The Nintendo 64 was a second console. None of them were worthy of being your main system because they never produced enough games on any of them to justify buying them. Anyway, I just thought I'd give my opinion, and you want to buy a GameCube, buy it, but seriously, there's nothing outside of the Nintendo's atypical franchises on it. Zombie Wii U, really? I'd rather play Resident Evil 1 on the Wii U than play Zombie U in its PlayStation 1 type graphics with the armored tank style thing, which I don't like, rather than Zombie U. It's a shit game. And the Ubisoft make them play, we never sold that many copies. The reason you never sold that many copies was the game was crap, not the system it was on. I mean, if I was a Nintendo, I would have turned around to Ubisoft and say on the PlayStation 4, Xbox One, this is shit. Bye. Anyway, I just thought I'd give my 2 cents. Thanks for listening.